Hey, it's Monk here with Green Beverage today and here with Bo Hicks. We're at Druid City Brewing Company, and our craft beer of the week this week is the world famous North Porter. Downtown North Porter. Cheers. Go ahead and take us a sip of this right here. It has the distinction of being the very first beer bottled in Tuscaloosa. Now, what makes, and I've had a lot of porters.
Yeah.
Quite a few of your porters as well. What makes yours so different? Because there's definitely a sweetness in this North Porter that I don't really find in a lot of other porters.
Well, you know, porters, there are so many versions of them. I mean, much like stouts, you can go anywhere from a dry Irish stout to a Baltic stout. Now, this is, technically a double porter almost. So it is just got so much more grains in it, and it's just a really big beer. And we use grains that will leave a sugar that's unfermentable, so it leaves a little bit of residual sweetness, which I think plays really well with the chocolate tones and the vanilla that really are prevalent in this beer.
Now that comes out in the grains, the flavors?
The chocolate does. We actually use 100% pure vanilla, only about 8 ounces to 180 gallons, just to sort of highlight the vanilla undertones. I always say this beer is like drinking a black velvet painting of Elvis. I mean, it's just so
That's a perfect
big
description,
and smooth, you know. I also think it pairs well. It gives me almost just a faint glimmer of like a little bit of bourbon on the back end. And truth be told, if I'm at home, sometimes I might add a teaspoon of bourbon to my pint glass. If you get a bottle of it, you should try it.
Oh yeah, and definitely I was going to go ahead and say that as well, because it's got that quality, almost like a milky quality to it. So I put in a scoop of ice cream into a highball glass, put this in there. It was excellent to me. And then co-owner Elliot told me to put a little bit of whiskey in there, kind of kill the bitterness off of it. But that was excellent. It's almost like a dessert beer.
Yeah, it's not one that it's one that we're most well known for. Probably it's really transcended Tuscaloosa. The little bit of beer we can send to Birmingham, that's all they want is North Porter. And even when it was summer, our demand didn't diminish. So
which typically you see more of the demand for the porters and the stouts during the winter time.
Yeah, the fall and winter, the season we're coming into now. So I only expect the demand to really grow in that regard. But it's also a beer that you're not going to drink very many of. I love this beer. It's one of the favorites.
I will.
I would go two maximum there. You know, it is such a big beer. And it does still have a little hot presence, but not much. It's something that me and Elliot are really proud of, and I'm glad you're highlighting it here today.
Yeah, and you've done an excellent job with it. So the craft beer of the week with Green Beverage this week is the North Porter. It's available all over Tuscaloosa, a few places in Birmingham, and of course right here at Druid City Brewing Company. Cheers.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great videos like this. There's another one of Bo on here too. Check it out.
They couldn't.
So this is the first beer to ever be
bottled in Tuscaloosa. You know, we were really excited about making that happen. That's one of the reasons, even though it was really laborious, that we did it.
Yeah.
You know, we wanted, especially with as well received as this beer is, and that I think it'll age well. That we were like,
I've never experienced that during
and that's my problem with beer.
Sunday afternoon sitting around. Okay.